Speaking of lakes, there's a lake with real good fish in up to the northeast. I used to go up there with my friends, but my mom won't let me go anymore. She says it's too dangerous, but I haven't seen anything up there but a few little spiders. Like spiders can't do anything to you. My favorites were always the eels that live up there. If you're going to be up by the lake, would you think about bringing back some of the eels? They're feisty, but once you subdue them, you can bring them back no problem.
You need something?
Rather be Fishin. Seth. Seth tugs on your cloak.
Did you find the eels? Did ya? Thanks. I can't remember the last time I had eel. How should I cook em?
Sounds fine.
What wishes do you?
Welcome to Shattrath City, warrior. This might be the one place in all of Outland where you'll find any semblance of safety. A group of Naru known as the Shattar drove one of the demons away from here. If you've never met a Naru, you ought to see a Dal inside the Terrace of Light. The leader of the Shattar is an awe-inspiring sight if I ever saw one. Sure is a change of pace from anything else in this bleak land.
Crusade. The Naru have not forgotten us.
Eula. Threat from above. So you want to join the Skyguard? Well, I know you can fly, but can you fight? The Skyguard is sworn to protect Shattrath from the dangers that loom above us, both near and far. The Gordani ogres who dwell in the barrier hills to the north are an immediate threat to us. Reaching the ogres has been problematic for Shattrath's ground units. That's where we come in. See what you can do to help contain them. Objectives. Slay any 20 Gordani ogres in the barrier hills and return to Eula and Shattrath City.
Be well.
Not very intelligent, are you?
Adal. Adal. The light that filled your senses as you approached Adal intensifies as you address him. Melodic chimes continue to ring within your head. You are safe here.
it has been made known to me that inside each of us, the light resides. That it is a gift, given freely to all natural-born beings. LT manifests itself as a feeling, small at first and easily ignored, that confirms truths and subtly prods one to do good. Simple kindnesses, charitable deeds, service to those in need. These are all fruits of the light. LT rewards those who heed its promptings with blessings, both seen and unseen. Personal reservoirs of hope and faith are strengthened, and one's capacity for greater good increases. Over the course of time, through obedience to the light's guidance, one becomes more sensitive to its voice, and its power. Great is the healing and blessing power of the light's most diligent followers. Sadly, there are those who wander through mortality in defiance of the light. From these the light withdraws, until only darkness remains. Where there is no light, despair, loathing, and rage thrive. We are born into a perilous age, where the forces of darkness are determined to bring about our destruction. These are the times to find yourselves in unison with the light. Hear my words, and let the light inside of you confirm the truth of them. The sounds of industry ring through the deeps. Fly to the far-flung reaches of the realm, and you'll hear even greater wonders. We must endure these trying times faithfully, and one day we will find ourselves victorious. By the Naru, may it be so. I. May it be so.
There remains much to be done. Let's get to work.
City of Light. Archmage Kadger.
Do not burden Adal with petty inquisitions, warrior. That just might be the most powerful being you ever come face to face with. You do not look familiar. I suppose you want to learn about the city? You'll have to excuse me if I don't give you a tour myself, but I'm a bit busy discussing strategy with Adal. Perhaps you'll
Be mindful of your duty.
Archmage Kadger says, do not burden Adal with mundane questions, dwarf. This beings will is all that keeps our enemies from crushing the city. Adal says, you are welcome in Shattrath, Lady Liadrin. We have long awaited your arrival. Archmage Kadger says, show our guest around Shattrath, will you? Keep an eye out for pickpockets in the lower city. Lady Liadrin says, thank you for allowing me to speak, Adal. I know many of your allies despise me and my knights for our treatment of Muru. Kadger's servant says, follow me, stranger. This won't take long. Lady Liadrin says, when he was given to us by Prince Kil'jaeden, we believed his power would help us lead our people into a new age. Lady Liadrin says, I've come to realize our path was a false one. We were betrayed by the man we called our prince. In his lust for power, he sent the Fellblood to attack us, and to spirit Muru away to the Sunwell. Adal says, Both our peoples have suffered greatly at the hands of Kil'jaeden and his agents, Lady Liadrin. Your people were not the authors of their own fate, but they will die if they do not change. Adal says, Muru accepted his role in this long ago, knowing full well what would happen to him. Will you accept your own? Lady Liadrin says, I don't understand. You and Muru knew all along that this would occur? Adal says, it wasn't El who foretold it, but Belan of the Drania. Adal says, silvery moon, washed in blood. Adal says, led astray into the night, armed with sword of broken light. Adal says, broken, then betrayed by one, standing there best ride the sun. Adal says, at darkest hour, redemption one, comes, in nightly lady sworn to blood. 3 Lady Liadrin says, I see it clearly now. I renounce my loyalties to House Sunstrider and its false prince. Lady Liadrin says, I pledge the blades of my blood knights to the defeat of Kil'jaeden and the restoration of Silver Moon. Lady Liadrin says, we will fight beside you, Adal. Adal says, the Shattered Sun offensive will surely benefit from the addition of your knights, Lady Liadrin. Adal says, the battle for the Sunwell is but the first step on your new path, Lady Liadrin. Shatrath is open to you and all who follow you. One Archmage Kadger says, show our guest one around Shatrath, will you? Keep an eye out for pickpockets in the lower city. Kadger's servant says, follow me, stranger. This won't take long. K.
We will defend Azeroth together.
City of Light. Archmage Kadger.
Do not burden Adal with petty inquisitions, warrior. That just might be the most powerful being you ever come face to face with. You do not look familiar. I suppose you want to learn about the city? You'll have to excuse me if I don't give you a tour myself, but I'm a bit busy discussing strategy with Adal. Perhaps you'll find a summoned servant acceptable in my stead? Excellent.
Objectives. Follow Kadger's servant and listen to its story. Return to Kadger after completing this task.
Remain vigilant.
Show our guest around Shatrath, will you? Keep an eye out for pickpockets in the lower city. Follow me, stranger. This won't take long. Kadger's servant whispers, Shatrath was once the Drania capital of this world. Its name means dwelling of light. Kadger's servant whispers, when the El-Burning Legion turned the orcs against the Drania, the fiercest battle was fought here. The Drania fought tooth and nail, but in the end the city fell. Kadger's servant whispers, the city was left in ruins and darkness, until the Shatar arrived. Kadger's servant whispers, let us go into Thursday Lower City. I will warn you that as one of the only safe havens in Outland, Shatrath has attracted droves of refugees from all wars, current and past. Kadger's servant whispers, the Shatar, or born from light are the Naru that came atop Outland to fight the demons of the Burning Legion. Shanir says, a newcomer to Shatrath. Make J sure to drop by later. We can always psa hand with the injured. Kadger's servant whispers, they were drawn to the ruins of Shatrath city where a small remnant of the Drania priesthood. conducted its rites inside a ruined temple, on this very spot. K'jaer's servant whispers, the priesthood, known as the Aldor, quickly regained its strength as word spread that the Naru had returned and reconstruction soon began. The ruined temple is now used as an infirmary for inured refugees. F// Lzard says, be mindful of what you say, this one's being shown around by K'jaer's pet. Of Canist Adaria says, are you joking? I'm a scryer, I always watch what'll say. More enemies than allies in the city, it seems. Aldor Ancho right says, light be with you, Splayer. And welcome to Shatrath. K'jaer's servant whispers, it wouldn't be long, however, before the city came under attack once again. This time, the attack came from Lidan's armies. A large regiment of blood elves had been sent by Lidan's ally, Kil'jaeden Sunstrider, to lay waste to T/city. K'jaer's servant whispers, as the regiment of blood elves crossed this very bridge, the Aldor's exarchs and vindicators lined up to defend the Terrace of Light. But then the unexpected happened. K'jaer's servant whispers, the blood elves laid down their weapons in front of the city's defenders, their leader, a blood elf elder known as Vorenthal, stormed into the Terrace of Light and demanded to speak to Adal. K'jaer's servant whispers, as the Naru approached him, Vorenthal kneeled before him and uttered the following words, I've seen you in a vision, Naru. My race's only hope for survival lies with you. My followers and I are here to serve you. K'jaer's servant whispers, the defection of Vorenthal and his followers was the largest asterisk loss ever incurred by Kale's forces. And these weren't just any blood elves. Many of the best and brightest amongst Kale's scholars and magisters had been swayed by Vorenthal's influence. K'jaer's servant whispers, the Narui accepted the defectors, who would be known as the Scryers, their dwelling lies in the platform above. Only those initiated with the Scryers are allowed there. K'jaer's servant whispers, the Aldor are followers of the light and forgiveness and redemption are values they understand. However, they found hard to forget the deeds of the blood elves while under Kale's command. K'jaer's servant whispers, many of the priesthood had been slain by the same magisters who now vowed to serve the Naru. They were not happy to share the city with their former enemies. K'ajar's servant whispers, the Aldor's most holy temple and its surrounding dwellings lie on the terrace above. As a holy site, only the initiated are welcome inside. K'ajar's servant whispers, the attacks against Shattrath continued, but the city did not fall, as you can see. On the contrary, the Naru known as 11Ri led a successful incursion into Shadow Moon Valley Illidan's doorstep. K'ajar's servant whispers, there he continues to wage war on Illidan with the assistance of the Aldor and the Scryers. The two factions have not given up on their old feuds, though. K'ajar's servant whispers, such is their animosity that they be for the honor of being sent to assist the Naru there. Each day, that decision is made here by Adal. The armies gather here to receive Adal's blessing before heading to Shadow Moon. K'ajar's servant whispers, K'ajar should be ready to see you again. Just remember that to serve the Shattar you will most likely have to ally with the Aldor or the Scryers. And seeking the favor of one group will cause the others dislike. K'ajar's servant whispers, good luck stranger, and welcome to Shattrath city. /
Vieru. Speak with the ogre. Vieru's voice fills your mind with crystalline tone and clarity. There is an ogre down in the lower city, pleading for the assistance of passers-by. They have all turned a deaf ear upon his plight. Do you think you might aid him? His name is Grok, and he is sitting near the merchants to the southeast. Thank you, Splayer. Objectives. Speak with the ogre, Grok, in the lower city section of Shattrath city.
Good to see you. Let's get to work.
City of Light. Archmage K'ajar.
I hope you learned a thing or two about Shattrath, Splayer. It might take some time for things to sink in.
It is a world of wonder.
The Naru are wise beyond our understanding. I've learned more from Adal in the last 5 months than all the years I spent in the libraries of Dalaran. 3. I've heard your name spoken only in whispers, mage. Who are you? I am K'ajar, former apprentice to the fallen guardian, Medivh. I'm sure you've heard his name before. It was I who discovered that Medivh had been possessed by the evil one, Sargeras, and that he had opened the dark portal between this world and Azeroth. Though I honored my master, I was forced to slay him and put his tortured soul to rest. Go on, please. I fought alongside Lord Anduin Lothar as we drove the Horde from our lands on Azeroth. As the heir of Medivh's legacy, I could do no less. When the call finally came to invade this grim world, and put an end to the orcs' evil forever, I stepped forward along with my friends Turalion, Aliria, Danath, and Kurdran. I see. My comrades and I called ourselves the Sons of Lothar, in honor of the greatest, most...
Always happy to help. There remains much to be done.
Archmage K'ajar.
My comrades and I called ourselves the Sons of Lothar, in honor of the greatest, most selfless man we ever knew. We gave our all to defeat Nazul and end his madness. As this doomed world fell apart around us, we shattered the dark portal to prevent any further harm befalling our beloved Azeroth. What did you do then? Trapped in this broken wasteland, we did our best to survive. Over time we sensed that a new evil was closing in around us from the twisting nether. More foul than the Dark Orcs, it was the Burning Legion itself that sought to take hold of this Outland. What happened next? While my comrades held the line against the encroaching darkness, I used my magic to reach out into the great dark beyond. There, I sensed beings of immense light, of unfathomable purity. It was Adal and his Naru I had found. It was nothing short of a miracle. I see.
Kadger grins to himself.
I convinced Adal and his brethren to return here with me. I believe that only their power can drive the Legion from this universe. But as you will no doubt find, their power must first lie in our hearts. To combat the darkness, we must become beacons of their eternal light. There was something else I wanted to ask you. The Naru are wise beyond our understanding. I've learned more from Adal in the last 5 months than all the years I spent in the libraries of Dalaran.
We will defend Azeroth
Allegiance to the
together.
Aldor.
Are you certain of your choice, Splayer? The Aldor will welcome you as an ally, but the Scryers will not easily forgive your decision.
It is a world of wonder. Ah, good to see you.
lshanah.
Now that you've decided to side with the Aldor, you'd do well to introduce yourself to their leader. You will find High Priestess lshanah inside the Shrine of Unending Light.
Objectives. Speak to lshanah inside the Shrine of Unending Light at the Aldor Rise in Shatrath City. Performing quests for the Aldor will cause your Scryer's reputation level to decrease.
Remain vigilant.
Light be with you.
Spy Mistress Melissa High Crown. Trouble at Auchindoun. I have spies within Auchindoun and they have been sending me disturbing reports. That place has been nothing but trouble ever since it exploded a couple of years ago. Something in there has gone horribly wrong, again, and the Shadow Council is now on a war footing. Though the reports were lacking on details, their preparations appear to be directed inward. You must make your way to the Shadow Labyrinth. My field commander, Ma Fyun, will fill you in on what needs to be done. Objectives. Report to Field Commander Ma Fyun inside the Shadow Labyrinth at Auchindoun in Terokkar Forest.
Be careful.
There is an ogre down in the lower city, pleading for the assistance of passers-by. They have all turned a deaf ear upon his plight. Do you think you might aid him? His name is Grok, and he is sitting near the merchants to the southeast. 5 Thank you, Splayer.
Speak with the ogre. Grok.
You help Grok. Grok need help. Blood Maul clan need help.
Mog'dorg the Wizened.
Mog'dorg wise. Him send Grok to city, look for help. Blood Maul clan need help. Mog'dorg say, send powerful little ones to him at Blade's Edge Mountains. Him stand on tower at Circle of Blood. Mog'dorg wise.
Objectives. Visit Mog'dorg the Wizened atop one of the towers just outside the Circle of Blood in the Blade's Edge Mountains.
Uh-huh.
Now that you've decided to side with the Aldor, you'd do well to introduce yourself to their leader. You will find High Priestess lshanah inside the Shrine of Unending Light.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
May the light embrace you.
lshanah. Welcome, Slayer. We are the Aldor, priests of the light and servants of the Shattar. You are welcome to stay with us for as long as you need.
Who are the Shattar?
Born from light would be a close translation for Shattar. It is the name we gave to the Naru who reclaimed Shatrath city from the agents of Illidan.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
5 Isn't Shatrath a Drania city? Why do you allow others here?
lshanah. Shatrath is more than a staging ground for war against the Burning Legion in Illidan. It serves as a sanctuary to those seeking to escape the violence surrounding us. We would be hypocrites if we turned the refugees away. If your question refers to the Sargeras, then I will respond that while I may not like them or their leaders' wild claims of visions of redemption, it is not for us to question the wisdom of the Naru. These are difficult times, Slayer. We need allies where we can find them.
Blessings upon your family. Krona kai Christor. Each day is a blessing.
lshanah. Welcome, Slayer. I'm glad to hear you've decided to join us in our mission. May the light always protect you.
Good health, long life. Good fortune.
Restoring the light. Much of this region was inhabited by Drania long ago. We Aldor were charged with the safeguarding of our holy sites and altars. Many of them have since been destroyed or taken over by our enemies. To the east of here there is an Arako outpost. It was purposefully built on the location of 3 of our sacred altars. The Arako use their foul magic to warp and defile the innate power of our shrines. Take this to the Arako outpost and use it to cleanse the 3 altars. Objectives. lshanah wants you to go to the Arako outpost east of Shatrath city and use the Blessed Vial to cleanse the eastern altar, the western altar and the northern altar. Completing quests for the altar will cause your scryer's reputation level to decrease.
Seek the path of the light. Arkenon Poros.
A cleansing light. This temple is one of the holiest places in all of Outland. The power of the light here is so strong, that even items with the strongest fell taint can be cleansed of a worldly item. Should you run into any fell armaments in your confrontations with demonic enemies, bring them to me and I will demonstrate the cleansing power of the light. Objectives. Bring a fell armament to lshanah in Shatrath city. Completing quests for the altar will cause your scryer's reputation to decrease.
Gaionis Aka.
Good fortune.
Adien the Light Warden.
The Light Warden's job is twofold. Protect the priesthood at all costs first and foremost. Destroy the enemies of the light wherever they may hide second.
Krona kai Christo.
Marks of Kil'jaeden.
As you probably know, Slayer, the Aldor are keepers of the light and servants of the Naru. Diametrically opposed to us are the agents of the Burning Legion, demons bent on the destruction of worlds and the corruption of the innocent. If you wish to prove yourself to the Aldor, bring me the insignias of low-ranking Legion and their Shadow Council followers. We know of a Shadow Council hideout in the Bone Wastes and there are many Legion outposts in Nagrand and the Blade's Edge Mountains.
Objectives. Bring 10 marks of Kil'jaeden to Adien the Light Warden in Shatrath city. Completing quests for the altar will cause your scryer's reputation level to decrease.
May your days be long and your hardships few. Arkenon Poros.
Marks of Sargeras.
By now it should be clear to you why we oppose the Burning Legion and those who serve them. If you wish to prove yourself to the Aldor, bring me the insignias of high-ranking Legion and their Shadow Council followers. The highest-ranking Legion can be found in Netherstorm and Shadow Moon Valley.
Objectives. Bring 10 marks of Sargeras to Adien the Light Warden in Shatrath city. Completing quests for the Aldor will cause your scryer's reputation level to decrease.
Of course, Harbinger. Dismissed.
Good health, long life. The Naru have not forgotten us. Arkenon Poros. Do not lose faith. Remain vigilant. Gaionis Aka.